and I'm a voter. Today I'm representing Melrose Poetry Bureau. Can you guys stand up? We're a group of writers and artists, and we've come out to make public comment reading for the first time as an act of participation to get to know you guys. And since April is National Poetry Month, we're going to do this in the form of poems. Verde, que me quiero verde. Verde viento, verdes ranas. When rivers run green, we blame algae, sea stagnation. So we slip government coffers for community beautification, earnest bureaucratization of that root word, beauty. This is a value we share. A child who recognizes their worth, steadying their hand on the paintbrush as steam rises from a river. Art is what makes these streets into places as neighborhoods dance beneath the trees. Thank you for believing in what's wild in Los Angeles.
Melrose Poetry Bureau. I'm just going to try to improvise based off of all the feedback and all of the stories that I heard today. Just congratulations to all those that were appointed to points of commission. Honestly, I feel like it's our mission to promote the arts in our community. There's no immunity from all of these other sort of things going on around in a general area in this environment. I think we should, metaphorically, of course, set fire to it, but also bring life and thrive in our community. Because I find that I don't understand why childcare is something that has to be debated. Honestly, I feel like it should be perpetuated. Is that just not the etiquette to provide benefits when we have jobs that we need to give to lower income communities like you mentioned like 30 seconds ago? Honestly, I feel like this community is ready to blow because a lot of divisive issues have been raised currently in our political landscape. And I think, like you said, we need to increase the dreamscape and the streetscape. Thank you.
Wow. The Empowerment Congress for Parfas, as well as the Melrose Poetry Bureau. When I was a young lad, my mom and I couldn't afford to have to grab a roof over our head, but instead she begged and pled to have at least a bed to rest her baby boy's head that night, because we were homeless. My mom protected me with a tent of love and acceptance since I had that we still lived some semblance of normalcy. Our circumstances didn't define who we. Skid Row was temporary as we connected to the community, grasped the extended hand and continues trying to adjust to be the best me I could manifest to be. Summertime, an only child in LA, my mama that worked and a dad that never came my way. Game Shack would open up in the middle of the park, we better get it in because it closes after dark. To the basketball court, asking who was next, not having siblings, but this was second best. Art, my home away from home, and art exercise, my first exposure to a poem. From then on, I was one of Los Angeles' own. Thank you for Measure A, for H, for battling homelessness. Thank you for the tangible social impact we had in the park system.
Thank you, Mr. Rios. I live in the 4th District, and I vote, representing Melrose Poetry Bureau today. Here's a little poem for you. Some of your constituents are taking barbiturates, others are doing time and detention, but did I mention that some are paying attention and have retention, and these people vote. So if I may quote, you've got to have art. It is a start. When you're having a picnic at the park, it turns the dull and the dark into sunshine and light, and that makes children bright. And now that the feds have taken funding away from things like the NEA, it's up for great cities like ours to say, art is important and very worthwhile. Spend a few dollars along the Miracle Mile. Pay for a poet or two to hang out in the schools. Teach those kids that using words makes them better than fools. Channel their frustration and violence into expression. Provide some release for acts of aggression. Make LA a safer and better place to live. All it takes is just a small budget to give art and poetry a chance. Please don't forget music, drama, and dance. Thank you.
Good morning, Council. My name is Ary Katz. I was born here, raised here. I am a child of the City of Angels, and I have seen all of her grace and all of her danger. I have walked her streets, and I have talked to the strangers from Skid Row to the Santa Monica Pier. My perspective has been pieced together on the front lines. It is incredibly clear. I am proud to call this city mine. But I see us nickel and dime our arts and parks in the neighborhoods that need them most. Where the kids go to schools broken and hopeless. You know this. Once you cross the border into the affluent sector of the city, all of a sudden, everything is so pretty. Where all the kids have yards and have their toys. What happens to the little girls and boys that don't? I raise my hand and I say, I won't stand. I won't let this pass by. How many kids do you see on these corners with tears in their eyes? We have to try.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. So I'm going to urge all of you to stay involved in this committee because we hear many issues on parks and federal funding and state funding to enhance our parks, oftentimes in the lower income communities. So we are tasked with identifying additional resources to place them exactly where they're needed most. And your advocacy is very, very important. Don't underestimate that. So we appreciate your creativity, your passion. We all depend on that, and it makes us better legislators. Thank you.
Thank you.